Wood smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. Today we taking it to 10 things to do in the northwest of England. So if you from England, especially the northwest, this video is for you. Original link in the description. Here we go.
Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to share with you 10 amazing places you can visit in the northwest of England. This is by no means an extensive list of places, as if you live here in England or just visiting, you will know the list of things to do is endless. This is just a suggestion of some areas you may or may not have heard of to give you some inspiration. I'm going to start with the town of Hebden Bridge. It's located in the Calder Valley with the Rochdale Canal running through it. With access to major wool markets, steep hills with fast-flowing streams for water-powered weaving mills, Hebden Bridge developed in the 19th to 20th centuries into a thriving town. This gave it the name of Trouser Town. Later in the 1970s it saw an influx of artists, musicians and writers who made it their home, and today it attracts many tourists with its many independent shops, cafes and restaurants.
It's actually giving me vibes of a lot of places in Pennsylvania, in America, the Northeast, Pennsylvania. Definitely reminded me of it.
Twisted tea is a refreshing hard iced tea.
So far, definitely loving it. Like I said, it gives me vibes of Pennsylvania, which is like this real traditional, historic, rich in history type of vibe.
Because
Next is the Trough of Boland. The Trough of Boland is a valley and a high pass situated within the Forest of Boland, area of outstanding natural beauty. It's a stunning area with long winding roads surrounding by breathtaking countryside mile after mile. The area is filled with beautiful old trees, rocky streams and full of wildlife, great walks and views. Also close by, according to Ordnance Survey, is the centre of Great Britain, which is located 7 kilometres northwest of Dunsop Bridge.
That looks like straight freedom. I feel like most places like this, where I live, seem to be closed off for the most part. Like you can look up at the mountains and the valleys, but I don't ever hear people going up there. This looks like they're just right in the midst of everything, and I think that just feels like freedom to me.
Ingleton is a picturesque village on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales at the foot of Ingleborough Mountain. It has a rich and diverse history from mining, railways and textiles, and has connections with authors such as Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's popular with walkers and is a great base for many activities, including the stunning Ingleton waterfalls and White Scar Caves, and is a great starting point for many of the Dales walks. Little Morton Hall is located in the county of Cheshire. It was originally owned by the Morton family and building started in 1504. It's now owned by the National Trust and is Cheshire's most iconic black and white house.
I feel like I could see Wednesday Addams here. Like I could see the whole Addams family in this area right here.
It's surrounded by a scenic moat and has a beautiful knot garden. With its crooked walls and sloping floors, this Tudor manor is the wonkiest house I have ever seen, but it has stood the...
It actually reminds me of one of those movies, like if you've ever seen Flowers in the Attic, like one of those type of movies, something where like some old lady would live, some sinister kind of movie.
Test of time and defied logic for over 500 years. The long gallery was a later addition and the extra weight may have contributed to the settling of the property. With volunteers dressed in Elizabethan clothes, a visit here transports you to another time.
Yo, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Welcome back to this.
I thought that was the last one, but yeah, it just, like I said, not everybody's gonna appreciate these simple things.
Manchester is a major city in the northwest of England. Manchester has a rich industrial heritage and was at the forefront of the Industrial Revolution. This is a really great place to visit at the moment, with over 31 museums, endless food and drink options, and a fantastic music scene. There are plenty of reasons to visit Manchester. And with a great tram network, free buses, and hire bikes, the city is easily navigated.
I like that. Free buses, so that shows that they're for the people. I respect that.
Manchester has been named in the New York Times 52 Places to Go list for 2024 and is the only UK city to be mentioned in National Geographic Best of the World list. Next is Ambleside. It's a pretty town in the Lake District National Park surrounded by majestic fells. It sits at the head of Lake Windermere, England's largest natural lake. The iconic bridge house,
Let me take note of that lake.
over Stockgill, was built over 300 years ago, but most of the town you see today is built of traditional grey slate mined from nearby slate quarries in the Victorian era. Ambleside is very popular with both leisure visitors wanting to relax and outdoor enthusiasts coming for the many activities on offer, including water sports, climbing, walking and cycling. The city of Lancaster has a rich and diverse history, starting in the Roman era, but during the Georgian period is when it had its boom. And although it's 2 miles from the sea, along the River Lune, it became a thriving port. In the 19th century, the Williamsons and the Storys families constructed factories and mills, as well as public buildings such as the Ashton Memorial in Williamson's Park and the huge town hall in Dalton Square.
When I see this video, I really just see so much potential. Like, I have that mind like a director, so I see so much potential for just so many things to just be created in broad. Like that's what I see. It's just like a paradise for creators.
With its beautiful canal, an amazing castle, many museums to visit, and 15 minutes from a great beach, there are so many reasons why Lancaster is on my list.
As I watch the video, it just makes you, for me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but it makes me respect just Earth more. Like Earth has given everybody so much beauty. Like think about it. Think about all the continents and just all the rivers, all the lakes, all the mountains, all the like. Come on, it's beautiful.
My new favourite walk is Catbells on the western shore
Ooh,
of Derwentwater.
I would be in love with that. I love walking trails. I've never walked anything like that in my entire existence. That would be so nice.
Around 3 miles from the beautiful town of Keswick. With its easy to follow open path where you get stunning views from all around, it's no wonder this is one of the most popular walks in the Lake District and loved by young and old. It catches the eye with its distinctive shape. At 398 metres, it's not a hard climb, and the views of Derwentwater and the surrounding fells on a clear day are stunning. The whole walk, from walking along the epic ridge, the beautiful descent through the bracken, and walking along the lakeshore are equally enjoyable, and it's easy to see why it's a favourite of so many. Keswick is a market town located in the Lake District National Park, surrounded by mountains like Skiddaw. The attractive town is pedestrianised and has many places to shop, eat and relax. A few minutes walk will take you to lovely parks and the magnificent Derwentwater, where you can take boat tours and even go to the theatre. Just before you enter the town, on a hilltop, is Castle Stone Circle, which dates back to the Neolithic era and is surrounded again by striking mountains. Astley Hall is a manor house located in the beautiful surroundings of Astley Park on the outskirts of Chorley. It's an intriguing place with over 400 years of history. It has a wonderful collection of historic items, including some of the most breathtaking Mid-17th century plaster ceilings in the country, rare painted panelling and fine English oak furniture. We were there around Christmas time, so it had lovely Victorian decorations throughout. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear from you if you've been to any of these places or have any other suggestions for future videos.
I should not have left my window cracked open. It's starting to get hot out here. Bugs. Oof. Starting to get hot out here, y'all. But listen, I personally, my favorite, right? Out of northwest of England, beautiful, right? Shout out to Manchester. Shout out to just all the beautiful places out here. Cowbell. Or Cat Bell. Let me make sure I pronounce it right.
Keswick, with its easy to follow open market Cat Bells on the west.
Cat Bells. I mean, that's a no brainer for me as far as my just that would be my first. I mean, I just love it. This for me, walking trails. If you've watched my short videos or you just paid attention to a lot of my content and you've been around for a while, you know I do a lot of videos on trails. I love trails. I love riding my bikes on trails. I love hiking trails. It's a meditation for me. It's beautiful for me. That is just a breathtaking view, and I feel like that would just put me in a different type of zone right there. Uh, Things like this make me grateful for life. It just makes me appreciate everything in my life, and that's the type of mindset I go into when I'm walking on trails. So this right here, I can only imagine. I know I would just be just completely fascinated, right? But overall, Northwest London is Northwest England, not London. Northwest England is definitely a place. You have to be a certain type of person, you know. Obviously, if you want a more vibrant type, as far as like, I don't want to say party, but city-like lifestyle. Uh, you got Manchester, but overall, you gotta be someone that really appreciates the earth. Really appreciates nature, really appreciates simple things. Uh, and that's me. That's me. So I like the quietness. I like the just. I just like to not be bothered too much. Am I a bad person for that? But I think it just comes with being growing up in New York. Obviously I grew up in upstate New York. My hometown's in upstate, which is obviously a lot more quiet. But I also lived in New York City throughout my late teens and early 20s for like 7 years. So, and I was always going back and forth to New York City anyway. So, just when you live in a place like New York City, at least for me, it'll really, really make you miss nature, and even going to places like Central Park, you could I try to like, but then it's like you look up and you see the skyscrapers and it just feels like an illusion, like so not to shout out to New York City, shout out to New York, shout out to everywhere, but I'm a nature guy. So with that being said, I love this video. Original link will be in the description, and I'm looking forward to the comments. Much love, y'all.